When we take apart the word thoth like a sigil, it breaks down to 5 sets of 11s. This value system starts with 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. The 11th Fibonacci is 55. Thoth said to follow the curved lines and not the straight lines. We're following the Kundalini, the lines of the Kundalini energy. So the 3, the 4, the 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9, the lords of the 9 from the holes of a Amenti line up with 3 mirroring the 3 at 396 hertz. 4 mirroring the 4 at 417 hertz, the sacrum. The 11th Fibonacci is 55. He's showing us the holes of a Amenti when we take apart the word thoth. You can spell the word thoth with +1, -1, a 0. +1, -1. It spells the word thoth. It's showing us the masculine and feminine energies of the negative cathode and the positive cathode, pulling in the electrons and sucking them out. Now, the number of broken space-time symmetry, 137.5 times 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, 9 times in parentheses. It's like a sigil of, it's like a DNA sigil, perhaps. It equals 990 hertz, the 9th harmonic in 110 hertz, the root harmonic of 440 hertz in the 2nd octave. We're talking about harmonics here. The positive and negative 1, 11, when positive 11 equals 11 equals 110 hertz, the root harmonic of 440 hertz. We're talking about harmonics here, music, and sigil mathematics, the halls of Amenti, right? Now, the system works like a pyramid. 137 times 8 equals 110 hertz, the root harmonic of 440 hertz in the 2nd octave. So these numbers are just value systems of, just like stacking this. I could stack 11 5 times and it's the sigil of this, and it still equals 55 even though I'm using these symbols rather than these symbols. So these symbols just verify the value. Now let's keep going with this. We lined up the 33 with 396, 44 with 417, 55 with 528, 66 with 639 hertz, 77 with 741, and 88 with 852, and 99 with 963. It's up there in the atmosphere. It's the seeds that we absorb. Now, we keep this going with increments of 11, and 99 plus 11 equals 1010. I skipped 1010 because thoth looked more like the 1111, so I started with the crown being 1111. 1111 divided by 137.5, the golden angle, the number of broken space-time symmetry and photon absorption, it equals 808. So you're literally digesting this 99. 1111 divided by 99 equals 1122. 1122 divided by 99 equals 1133. So this system is like a digesting torus mathematical frequency machine. And it shows you how the body works, that we absorb photons and transmute that into manifestations. So let's go from increments of 11 starting at the crown. 1111 plus 11 equals 1122. 1111 plus 11 equals 1133. This goes all the way down to where the 1177 ends up at the root chakra. 1188 ends up at the sacrum with 44. The Queen's Chamber in the Pyramids of Giza. The Queen's Chamber measures 11.88 cubits, and the base of the pyramid is 440 cubits. So the 1 plus 1 plus 8 plus 8 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. The divine feminine Queen's Chamber. It's called a Queen's Chamber because this is a divine feminine frequency. It's the 27th harmonic in 44 hertz. So let's keep this going. 1188 plus 11 equals 1199, plus 11 equals 1210, plus 11 equals 1221, plus 11 equals 1232. Now when we line these up with the calendar dates, I started with 1221 because it obviously looked like the winter solstice. So it's like, let's just put the date 1221 right here. And what would this date be? If 1231 ends the calendar year, then this would obviously be 101. And this thing starts at the 101 because the date 11 can be written as 11 or 101. 61 circles in the flower of life. 61 minutes equals 101. And then broken space-time symmetry times 8 equals 110 hertz. Drop the 0. We're starting the calendar year every year with this mathematical frequency that connects to the djed pillars, that connects to the 9 solfeggial tones. Now watch this. So 1122 hertz ended up lining up with the date 913 whenever I count back from 1232 equaling 101. So 1221 hertz equals 1221 the date, 1210 equals the date 1210, 1210 hertz equals the date 1210, 1199 hertz equals the date 1129, 1188 hertz equals the date 1118, 1177 hertz lines up with the date 117, 1166 lines up with the date 1027, 1155 hertz lines up with the date 1016, 1016, 1144 hertz lines up with the date 1005, 1133 hertz lines up with the date 924, and 1122 hertz lines up with the date 913. Now, 1122 hertz plus 110 hertz equals 1232 hertz. So that's 110 hertz. We're talking about the root harmonic. That's what this thing's built off of, is 110 hertz off of increments of 11, the root harmonic of 440 hertz. So 1122 hertz plus 110 hertz equals 1232 hertz. The date 913 lines up with 1122, and 101 lines up with the date 1232. Did I say that right? 913 lines up with 1122 hertz when 101 lines up with 1232 hertz. So 913 plus 110 days equals the date 101, like 1122 hertz plus 110 hertz equals 1232. Proving that this system aligns. 1133 hertz plus 88 hertz equals 121 hertz. 1133 hertz plus 88 hertz equals 121 hertz here at the throat chakra. So 1133 hertz lines up with 924. 924 plus 88 days equals 1221, proving this section is correct on the calendar. Now 1144 hertz lines up with 1005. 1144 hertz plus 66 hertz equals 1210 hertz, when 1005 plus 66 days equals 1210, the date. 1155 hertz lines up with the date 1016. 1155 hertz plus 44 hertz equals 1199 hertz. The date 1016 plus 44 days equals the date 1129. 1166 hertz here at the sacrum lines up with the date 1027, when 1166 plus 22 hertz equals 1188 hertz, when 1027 plus 22 days equals 1118, and the 1177 hertz is by itself down here at 11.7. So that shows you that this thing is completely legit, connecting the thoth djed pillars from the emerald tablets. The name thoth, +1, -1, +1, -1, oh, and then taking it apart like a sigil, and it shows you the halls of Amenti, and it shows you the root harmonica 440 hertz in the second octave, and the 11th Fibonacci 55 being part of the chi. 528 hertz is the precise center of the electromagnetic color spectrum. The 55th octave above sound is light. The date 55 equals 126 days. When you mirror it, 126 at 621 is its mirror. The date 621 is the longest day of sunlight. So 55 equaling 126 days. The frequency of the sound of the sun is 126 hertz. I mean, yeah. And we have your Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. 185 minutes equals 305 in time, and 305 minutes equals 505 in time. We have the Indian Removal Act of 1830 on 528. Both of those lining up here at the solar plexus. Resolution 181 was established on 11/29 of 1947. 181 days equals 5 months and 28 days. That's 4 ways that we've connected colonialism here. And now the Indian Removal Act of 1830, if you're observing the sun from the winter solstice to summer solstice 621, which lines up here at the heart with Cancer, equals 183 days. 1221 to 621 summer solstice. The longest day of sunlight to the longest day of night equals 183 days, like the Indian Removal Act of 1830. So this is when you're observing the freaking sun. So for Horace Mann, a Massachusetts legislator, to be the advocate of all free public schools in 1830, not to be mistaken with Horace Mann, the falcon sun god of Egypt. All this bullshit with the light here. They like to plagiarize our light codes. But yeah, this is the djed pillar in one perspective. There are many perspectives of this, but this proves that the calendar cipher system is mathematically sound, and it's ready to be integrated and taught to other people so other people can teach other people. Have a good day.